Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Buoy 10 update. I apologize for being a little bit late. I actually passed out on the bed for a little bit after today's trip. So here we are back down on the boat getting it ready for tomorrow's run. Before we get into today's report, it's time for our annual PSA regarding these updates. These updates are relevant to a point. There's a few folks that are a little bit upset, I guess I'd say, that this information is being shared. However, I understand. I do need to be sensitive about what is being said and what's being put out there. However, this is a public fishery. There are 1 million fish coming back. It's a 40 square mile area, and here's the most important part. You think if anyone's fishery would be ruined by doing these updates, it would be my own. I get at least 5, 6, 10, 12 boats a day that follow me around like little lost puppy dogs, and they're just trying to find fish like everybody else. So you think if anyone's fishery would become tougher because of these updates, it would be mine. We seem to catch fish no problem with our clients every single day. But here's the reality of these updates. They're late. Every time I come in and do an update, I do them at 2, 3, 4, in this case 6 o'clock in the afternoon and evening. The information I'm giving folks, yourself included, is from this morning until about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What happens between this afternoon and tomorrow is there are 2, 3 tide changes that can take place. And these fish are constantly flushing in and out 20 miles up and down river on every tide change. That is part of the reason why the cell phone is so important down here, so you can chase those pods of fish. So the information that I'm giving you folks, yes, it may help you determine what you want to do here tomorrow, but the reality is it's not going to help you out that much. And here's the prime example. Today, after today's trip, I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. And each and every day when I get back, I put a plan together, and some days it works, some days it doesn't. If you guys go back and reference the last few years, there are plenty of days that I struggle down here, and that has everything to do with the fact that this fishery is inconsistent. That's not to mean that this isn't a world-class fishery, because it is. It's a great fishery that a lot of people should come down and experience and enjoy, and that's why a lot of people share this information, not just through this video update, but through internet chat forums, through magazines, social media, phone calls. The amount of information that's available, books that have been written about this fishery in just the last couple of years, TV shows that are on 4 days a week, live feeds on social media as well. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of people that are talking about this fishery, and there's still plenty of fish to be caught. Now, every day we have plenty of chances to catch fish, whether it's in my boat or other boats that I see out there. Sometimes there are several hundred boats, sometimes there's very few boats, but every day this is your chance, a great opportunity to catch a salmon here in the Pacific Northwest. So why not share that resource? We'll definitely not be doing these updates in smaller fisheries. Heck, we don't even do it for spring Chinook on the Columbia River, because sometimes it's not the right format, or it's not the right form to be trying to share. We're not going to be doing this on a small tributary river in the fall that would just blow it up. But again, this is a 40 square mile area, 1 million fish coming back, and these fish move so much, this info can only take you so far. But we are here to help. We do want to help you guys catch some fish. So let's start by going into today's update. Okay, off the soapbox, let's get back to it. Today, and here's a prime report that's actually going to probably keep a lot of people at home. Today was a grind for everybody, whether you're in the river or out in the ocean. It was very, very tough. A couple people found fish, and let me first say this doesn't happen very often for me, but we were hot boat today. Now, let me preface that by saying hot boat means that we landed 4 Chinook, only 4. It was a real grind, real struggle in the river today, from Hammond to Shipwreck to Ilwaco. No matter where you were, a good boat today probably had 3 or 4 chances. It was tough. And the guys out in the ocean, I know a few guys who didn't put a single fish in the box until afternoon, whether they were north or south. So a lot has changed. Now that could be due to the fact that we've seen every single type of different weather here recently. The wind's been blowing from every different direction from the southwest here recently, which has changed the ocean up a little bit as far as your water temperatures and whatnot. So we're all kind of guessing right now. What worked well for us, there really wasn't a pattern. You know, we got lucky. We picked one up at the bottom end of Desdemona Sands, and then we got on a little microbite that lasted for about 30 minutes down there near Buoy 10. And that microbite just was a short little snippet. I saw maybe 12, 15 fish get caught. We got 3 more there, and it was done. We didn't get a bite the rest of the day. So there's your hot update from Buoy 10 that's going to bring everybody down here and take all the fish away from everyone else. It's tough down here. It was really tough. The fish we got was on the incoming tide. They were shallow. Our shallow rods did best, you know, 16, 20 feet on a line counter. But again, it was dumb luck. It was right place, right time. There were a lot of good boats around me who only had 1 or 2 bites. We just happened to be in the right place at the right time, found the right fish. Again, it doesn't happen very often where I'm hot boat. There's a lot of better fishermen than I am down here who are consistently catching fish every single day, regardless if there's 1,000 boats down here or 10 boats down here. They just flat out catch. I'm still learning this fishery, just same as you are, and every day is a new day. You know, the learning curve is changing every day, which is part of the fun of doing these updates and sharing the info, because hopefully you guys are learning with me a little bit. You know, tomorrow, I really don't have any advice. It's an outgoing tide in the morning. You could fish the bottom end of the sands. You could fish Hammond. You could fish down near Buoy 10. You could fish up at Shipwreck. The fish that were hanging out at Shipwreck and Hammond seem to have moved on, and we're all just kind of guessing as to where the next group of fish are going to be. So there is your hot take for Buoy 10 here for today. What's beautiful about this fishery is that each tide change could be the difference between catching a limit and not getting a bite. So what we're all hoping for is that on the 2 tide changes that happen between this update and tomorrow morning, we'll see a bunch of fish push in. Time will tell. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to fire away. I'm here to help. You know, I know most of you guys just watch this for entertainment, but some of you folks are trying to get some info for coming down here and catching some fish. So if I can help, I will. But again, the reality is this info can only take you so far. You take this information from right now and try and apply it to tomorrow, I guarantee you it'll be irrelevant. But that's part of the fun of fishing down here, because these fish just move so much, and it's a challenge every single day. And hey, that's personally why I like fishing, is because of that challenge. You have to get better each day. You have to be adaptable, and that's what I find fun. Okay guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully with a box full of fish, but we'll see. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Later.